Thank you. So this is going to be my first interview in English, so I may sound a little rusty because I can speak in English, but it gets better the more I do. And this is my debut today, so sorry in advance if I say something that doesn't make sense.
No, it's all fine. We'll do our best. So Nacho,
Okay.
congratulations on your new film,
Oh,
Daniela Forever.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. But with movies, the one like the ones that I do, you never know how are they going to deliver or how are they going to function in other people's minds. So I really appreciate and feel a lot of joy when it works for somebody.
Well, you know what? I found this film very unique. Than a lot of stuff that and very creative. So I want to know is where the original idea came from for Daniela Forever.
Well, I feel like the way myself and I guess most people write stories is just half is coming from, especially if you're making sci-fi, half of the impulse is coming from a clever device or something that, because this is something related to science fiction, you are forced to do something new at some point. So this kind of novelty in your mind is necessary in order to make a science fiction film. In my case, in this case, it wasn't like this pill that is allowing you to have two lives instead of one. Like, okay, thanks to this pill, you will able to have like it's not a dream, but a second life in which you have a new set of experiences and you're a semi-god and that kind of thing. And I was intrigued by the idea of finishing the movie inside the dream. So you don't know if the character is alive or dead at the end, because it feels like if you're jumping from daytime from dream world and the movie stops in a dream world, what you're not in control of the full implications of that. Like, okay, is the character dead and that is the reason we don't wake up later? You know that this is kind of as I told you, this is a novelty. This is just playing with science fiction tropes. This is something that it just is actually saying nothing about anything. So I put the thing in the drawer where I put most of my ideas. But those ideas become something real if life is giving me a meaning for any of those. I mean, once real life gives me a reason, a true emotional reason to talk about something, and those ideas are helpful in order to talk about that, then magic happens and the movie becomes real. And in this case, and this is something you can guess in advance. I'm 48 years old, and if I make a movie about grief, it's because I went through grief big time. And I remember going through that extraordinary experience of being crazy for real for a, for a bunch of time, for some time, like more than a year. And I remember, and I was like going through this extraordinary state of mind when you're missing someone to the point that your ego is dissolved, and you can be and you are technically crazy for like you being a tourist
Yeah.
in that state of mind, because you know you're going to come back. This is what the doctors tell to you, like okay, you're going to be you are going to be lucid someday. Don't worry, you will come back, but you have to go through this. And I remember going to the bed and wanting to dream of that person that I was missing, so I could have the chance to be with them again. And that is the moment that I realized that I could just go back to the drawer and pick the pill idea and just put those things together. So
Absolutely.
it was like it was. Yeah, it was real grief and a silly, stupid sci-fi device.
No. I totally understand it, and I caught all of that in your film. But tell me, because you mentioned that during this dream and grief, that it's almost like being like a tourist. Is that why you casted Henry Golding into this role? Because you didn't want to cast someone from Spain as a lead, but you wanted to cast a sort of a tourist type of
Oh no, no,
character?
there's something wrong about the way you the way you describe the process, because really, really few filmmakers have the power to decide or to choose who are they going to work with, or in which language or in which city. Like I'm not that kind of filmmaker. I'm like most filmmakers that try to make a film and they just pray for the movie to become real.
Hmm.
And if that happens, you don't know if it's going to be an English language film or Spanish language film. You don't know if it's going to be shot in Spain or not. You have no control. Your position is closer to like being a tailor that has to, once the movie becomes real and once we know the kind of casting that we're going to have, and I feel really privileged of my I have this privileged situation for about my cast and the possibility of shooting Madrid. Once I know who and where and how, I go back to the script and I become a tailor and I adjust the script to the situation as much as possible. That is the reason the movie is about two lost young people that are from Italy and UK, and they find in Spain, and they have to speak in this language, and everybody around them they try to speak in English as best as they can, and so and so. So the movie is remodeled by the cast, which I think is the best I can do, because I cannot decide the kind of cast that I'm gonna have. But I feel incredibly lucky. I have to say that.
Nacho, well, let me do one last question with you. What was it like to film the dream sequences itself with the CGI and special effects?
Mm. So can you repeat the question, the first half of the line?
I said,
Sorry.
what is it like for you to film these dream sequences with the CGI, the special
Oh,
effects?
I mean, the CGI. I come from a time where CGI wasn't real. It's something that just became available at some point in our lives, and now it's a normal thing. Like it's not something you have to face in a complicated way. I feel that if you shoot a movie with VFX, with CGI, you cannot shoot normally. I mean, you have to be aware of how the VFX is going to function on screen. Like I see this is something that happens to a lot of young filmmakers. I mean, like they shoot stuff and they knowing that VFX is going to be added to the frame. But that is not enough. You have to give a space to the and time to the effect so it breathes enough on camera. There's a lot of challenges. It's not especially difficult, but there's a bunch of things you have to know in advance, and it can be tricky. But it's really nice.
Well, absolutely. And as I
Yeah.
said, I found your film very creative. Nacho,
Thank you.
thank you very much for speaking to us about
Thank you so
Forever.
much. I love it. Thank you.
And your English is just fine, so thank you.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to. Yeah, I should believe you maybe, but I can't. I have this massive imposter syndrome that will be there forever.
Then it's Nacho Forever. Thank you very much. Bye
Thank
now.
you.